actions speak for themselves, Abner. Look at Davis, look at Roach. Nobody's happy.
Fight fans, welcome back.
I could have stopped him. It's me.
When we posted the initial closer look feature on January 1st, a lot of you told us that we were wasting our time, that it was a total mismatch, and that nobody was interested.
And for the first time in a long time, you have to wonder, what's going on?
Yet, just like that, with a questionable knee, some out-of-pocket behavior, followed by a controversial ending, the entire boxing world is now taking notice.
But now he's got a rematch. It's actually much bigger than the first fight.
As from that nothing fight comes one of the most important rematches in boxing history.
The familiarity, he knows takes tells, he knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to execute.
And now the face of boxing, or at least one of, is backed into a corner with only one way out.
Y'all gotta understand, them guys been doing this since they were little. This might energize them again.
So let's run it back, because this is Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr.
We preparing for the best Gervonta Davis that's going to ever show up in the ring.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
Had to be mean, Slim. For sure. That humble had to be mean.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Humble pie wasn't on Gervonta Davis's menu when he set out his 3-fight plan.
Hopefully I got 3 fights this year. Hopefully.
Oh my God, he's beating Tank Davis to the punch.
Yes. And more.
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now.
But if the ingredients are right and the chef's kiss is there, then it's a quick taste of something very necessary to ensure an even bigger and brighter future.
I mean, I feel like the second fight will really expose Tank to the fullest. We're gonna see if he really has the dog like he's supposed to.
You can't say he didn't warn us.
I'm gonna take full advantage of that because it's like he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or he losing this fire.
Back when Ruiz beat AJ, he played coy and killed him with kindness.
I think it came in a perfect timing to fight against Anthony Joshua. And those belts look really shiny, really good, man.
Buster Douglas played his cards close to his chest before upsetting Mike.
It's easy to be negative. I mean, it's easy to give up, to say that, the hell with it. But to be positive and be strong and have the faith, it takes a lot.
But Lamont Roach told us exactly what was going to happen at every opportunity he got.
Everybody know what I'm coming here to do. If you don't, then you're gonna be in for a surprise.
I'm gonna surprise a lot of people, and I'm damn sure gonna shock a lot of people when I win.
We're gonna shock the world. Tell us. We're gonna shock the world.
I think it's gonna be Fight of the Year contender, and y'all gonna see.
A swift reminder that nobody at the top tier of the sport deserves to be overlooked.
Is this a lesson to boxing fans? Because constantly all you see is boxing fans calling guys bums, calling guys cherry picks, calling guys cab drivers.
Oh man, we gotta go with the home team, man. Tank gonna get him out of there, man. That's what he gonna do. He gonna go out undefeated. We know how it's gonna go. This is more like an exhibition match.
And then these be the fights that people are saying that we didn't ask for that fight, be the great fights, the memorable fights.
Because the sudden chaos and moments of brilliance can come from even the most unlikely of places.
Is Roach about to offer the mother of all upsets here in Brooklyn?
Nobody expected his chin to hold up like that.
So there it is, series of left hands, and now Roach is talking back, okay.
Nobody expected the return fire to wobble Tank like that. And nobody expected such an airtight set of skills to take him all the way like that.
Is his championship reign in jeopardy? It comes down!
So now, $250,000 better off, and with plenty more to give, write him off again at your peril.
Lamont Roach came to not only fight, but came to become a champion.
It's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn.
With Lady Luck in his corner, Tank Davis escaped with a draw.
There's a rematch clause that Gervonta and his team put in case he would have lost, and now all of a sudden he can exercise it. Now let's see what Gervonta does.
Hopefully, from a mindset perspective, that draw felt like a loss. Because right now, for Gervonta, it's do or die.
More people, more fighters that probably were afraid of him are not going to be afraid of him anymore.
And with the invincibility cloak removed and the ego bruised,
if you push him, he will break, he will fold.
He now faces one of those career-defining wake-up calls, which either breaks a character or makes a champion. There's been 28 stoppages in 31 professional fights.
For it now, and he's trying to finish it here, and he puts him down with the left hand.
Some landed face down on the vinyl canvas.
Flat on his face, and that's it. Katie Bayless has seen enough.
Others winced in pain as body shots lit up their central nervous systems.
Now, Garcia forced to take a knee.
Floyd isn't there anymore, reminding Tank to be great.
Be great, Tank. You're a dog, you got winner in you. You can do anything, okay? Get his ass. I'm behind you.
So the responsibility now falls onto his own shoulders and his own mind to get back what's rightfully his.
Anyone will want they get back. Floyd, every time Floyd had a hard fight, running right back.
Like I said before, I don't duck or dodge anyone. If he feel he won, September, you can get it again.
You know what I'm saying? I want an immediate rematch. If you give me some, if there's any discrepancy about who won, let's do it again.
They took his eye off the ball there to argue with the referee.
Hopefully we get the rematch for sure. It'll be a better outcome for sure.
So I'm sure we didn't say anything, but I'm sure his mind, he thinking, I want Roach back.
Right out the gate, you gotta put some heat on his ass and remind him of who you are. Yeah, you played on the block with him plenty of times. Let him know this night is different from those nights.
But that's the thing. What Tank does, what Teddy Atlas yelled at Michael Moore about. Tank wants to be able to hit you and hope you leave him alone.
Davis is definitely new to the offense of return for the first time.
And when you don't do that, he starts to fade and fold.
Okay.
That's not championship caliber mentality.
You hear the cheers behind us. There he is, Lamont Roach Jr.
Having spent nearly a decade down at super featherweight, Roach's ability to comfortably boil under the 130-pound limit implied to many that he'd simply be too small against Tank.
Isn't this dude like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight. Yeah.
No, there's no, that bothers me. The reason why that bothers me is because Gervonta is too great and too skilled to be fighting dudes smaller than him.
I definitely think he just did that, not necessarily a mind game, but just to say I do whatever the hell I want to do. You know, but y'all still look at them and say that Tank's the bigger guy?
But this narrative now flips on its head to make Gervonta look like the 130-pounder masquerading at 135.
That's a new weight class for me. A new weight class for me.
That's what I'm saying. That night y'all was in the same weight class. But you still feel like you too small?
He was too small.
Dang.
You just call him a spade. No disrespect, no nothing. He was just too small.
Looking back down the tail of the tape, it's Lamont that takes all the physical advantages. A couple of inches of height, a half inch of reach, and an extra pound of weight at their initial weigh-in.
And he tried to, bet me that he gonna knock me out and stuff like that. That didn't go too well for him.
Did y'all bet?
Oh, we bet, and we shook on it.
You paid up?
He changed his number.
You ain't heard from.
But it's nothing new. Davis has spent an entire career as the smaller man, and it was never an issue then.
You saw that height difference when they stood across from each other. Gervonta is straight up looking up.
Yes, he does have, Mario Barrios, some real physical advantages, but if he doesn't use them effectively, and a lot of fighters don't, they're worthless.
That said, with a margin for error as small as it's ever been, the slow starts and power dependence must quickly become a thing of the past.
Do you wonder if you're Tank, do you want to land something big to set a certain tone and precedent?
Well, he's not known to be that guy in the early rounds.
Well, Tank and the team wasn't smart enough to say, hey, he ain't never been here before. Let's put some heat on his ass. Let's not start this fight the way you always start.
Before every Tank fight, always go back, watch tape. In those early days, my goodness, was he too beast in those first rounds.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Because this Reaper only grows in power with every soul he takes.
Already a moral victory for the defending junior lightweight champion, Lamont Roach Jr., who continues to attack Tank Davis.
Tank's a world-class competitor. He's a pound-for-pound talent. And, you know, for a fight that I think I won against him, I just, you know, I should be in those conversations.
Who's going to have the edge this time? Yeah. Not saying he's going to win, though, but Lamont.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter if you think Tank lacked his usual focus.
No, you gotta calm down. Listen to me.
It doesn't matter if you think Lamont overperformed and Davis underperformed.
You look strong, you look accurate, you look great tonight, Lamont Roach.
Because excuses at elite level are for the incompetent.
Good luck in September. Canelo, anything you'd like to tell Triple G?
La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
And both men can take a ton away from the first to ensure their hand is raised second time around.
Well, apparently Christmas is going to come really early this year, folks.
The confidence for Roach will be enormous. He knows he can push Tank back, and he's been assured that the superstar he sees in front of him is still the same flesh and blood that he faced as a teenager.
Incredible talent, a world champion. He says the pressure has been on me since the amateurs. I was never, ever in my career under the radar once. Everyone was looking at me. Stuff from Lamont Roach Jr. in full control of this fight.
He'll be looking to bring more of the same: pressure, resistance, and razor sharpness.
My shit, man. Best motherfucking shot and was still right there.
For Davis, despite his frustrations, there's a silver lining in there too. It's a little harder to find and overlooked because of the chaos, but he landed the bigger shots and more of them, despite being put on his heels a couple of times.
Davis lands a left.
And importantly, even in a tricky counterpuncher versus counterpuncher affair, his skills didn't fail him.
Let's see if the punches start being thrown, and yes they do.
Dirty tactics blurred a lot of the brilliance on March 1st. Low blows, shoulder bumps, and some choice words on the inside.
We was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, shit, why not?
There it is, series of left hands, and now Roach is talking back, okay.
He like, they ain't gonna give it to you. I said, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing works.
And again, a draw. And we have, dude, what the fuck was that? Was it round 8 or round 9? Where Gervonta takes a knee.
What in the world is happening?
Took a knee. He's gonna give him an 8 count. He went down on the knee.
Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with right, and he took a knee. He took a knee.
But that's something that in my 30 years that I've been doing boxing, I never seen something like this.
You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right. I think Tank talked his way out of that. He talked his way out of a traffic ticket with the cop.
You take a knee. You need to lose like 10-8 that round at least.
If that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
But it's the gravity of that controversial knee that will either drift away or bear heavier, depending on this second showing.
The round that he did the knee, and I thought he won that round still.
That's right. Oh, here comes Davis.
But when you fight in the chin, you gotta really take it to him and really like take it from him.
Davis misses with the left of Roach.
With everything in consideration, Lamont Roach will be taking a lot more fans into the second fight, support which is only boosted by the Jake Paul rumors that swirled in the aftermath.
He has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure.
Shakur Stevenson and a few of the other high flyers now wait in the wings, licking their lips with anticipation.
I would want to run that back, but I don't think he has to. He's one of the biggest stars in the sport, so he can do whatever he wants.
But truthfully, as is the theater of the unexpected, none of us quite know what we'll get. And make no mistake, it works both ways.
Because he's still got a super fan base that's saying that he's going to take my head off and damn near kill me in a rematch.
The silk pajamas got the better of Andy Ruiz in his rematch.
He's got to find something from somewhere, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
And Buster Douglas was never quite the same.
What a shot by Evander Holyfield! It was a twisting right.
So if he wants that iconic night to be anything more than 15 minutes of fame, then concentration right now for Lamont Roach is everything. Greatness is not an outcome, it's a choice. And while the battle might feel lost for Gervonta Davis, the war has only just begun.